Pre-birthday. Happy June. I'm your cosmic auntie, and this is going to be your monthly June tarot reading. Okay, so this is for Cancer energy, Cancer suns, Cancer risings, Cancer moons. Maybe your Venus or Mars are in Cancer. Maybe there's a specific aspect. I don't know. Maybe you're really like, excuse me, feeling into your water energy. Or this has just come across your travels on the internet somehow, and for that I am grateful. Please feel welcome to stay if you'd like. Yeah, these are so enjoyable to do. Just a second, I'm cooking dinner. I'm sorry, Cancer. But yeah, let's jump right in. This is gonna be for June. So as you pay attention to this video, I encourage you to tune into your own intuition, your own inner guidance system. You know yourself best. You have your own relationship with life, okay? When a message resonates, you'll just know. Don't make anything fit. Never give your power away, okay? Tarot is never supposed to tell you something you don't already know. Okay. So what's coming up for Cancer in June? The Two of Cups. Oh. Some love, some connection, some understanding, reciprocity, support. You know, this could be romantic, this can be friendship, this could be family, community, workplace, wherever you feel understood, respected, and valued, and where you feel the same about that person, place, or thing, okay? So yeah, however that falls for you, if that resonates, I sense that there's like good connections, good folk around you, you know, like, and that you feel deeply for them in some way, you know, like. But then there's this huge stack, Cancer, so let's see what's coming out. Because we have the Hermit, we have the Eight of Wands, the Knight of Swords. Those are two cards Gemini just got as well. So I don't know, maybe if you're feeling called to, go check out their reading. We've got the Fool card and the King of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords. Interesting, Cancer. Just give me a second here. I feel as though it's important to keep that Two of Cups at the top here because it feels like an iceberg. And often your energy does make me like it presents to me like an iceberg. You're very deep, Cancer, very deep, sensitive, intuitive being. And often like the tip of the iceberg is not indicative of the depth or like, you know, of what's underneath. And that really does remind me of you, Cancer. So you're often a big lover, right? You have a big, big heart. You have a lot of love in your heart. You have a lot to express. You have a lot of, you know, like you have your water energy, and you are, you're changeable water energy. So there's a nature of, yeah, just lots of ebbs and flows. You have an intuitive, sensitive wisdom to you. But it's interesting, right? So when we like go back to this iceberg, so in general, you remind me of an iceberg often, but now I'm really seeing it in this reading where there's a sense of love, there's a sense of affection, genuine connection, and you know, up there, and right underneath this just a second, Cancer. Sandwiched by the Hermit and the Ten of Swords, there's a lot of pain and to reflect on in this energy. What the cards are showing me, that there's this, like, it's almost like a bookmarker, or like, you know, those bookshelves. That's kind of what I'm visualizing. So picture a wall of books, all of the chapters within those books, those novels, those times of life, right? So think of your bookshelf, Cancer, and then think of two bookends that are squishing them together, okay? And there's no room to add a new book with new chapters because it's quite tight with the Hermit and the Ten of Swords. So this is energy that has occurred. It's old, it's deep, and it's still quite potent, and that's okay. That's part of life. We're constantly working through things. We're constantly healing and evolving, growing, bringing our awareness to certain things and articulating deeper experiences of our lives. And that just seems to be the way we kind of keep rolling right here on Earth, which is kind of cool. So the Hermit is all about reflection. It's all about going within and retreat, kind of withdrawing in a intentional kind of way to witness the chapters that have been. You know, it's a very, when you're using the Hermit energy in a productive way, it's like there's a lot of accountability that can be achieved in this energy. Accountability for your own thoughts, feelings, behaviors, experiences, you know, whether they come from internally or externally, or a mixture of both, right? Because, right, well, that's what we are. We have this internal process, and then we interface with the world with other internal processes that just continue our learning and growing. So anyway, I hope that made sense. But there's a lot of reflection in this, Cancer. Okay, so iceberg, reflection, looking at things, time gone by, what has happened, what has occurred, what accountability, what self-forgiveness, what forgiveness can you and are you achieving within this? Because sandwiched over here is the Ten of Swords. These are times where you have been hurt. This is times where you have been, like really hurt. Like this is not a good time. It's over, it's done. These are things that have happened, but it doesn't mean that they don't hurt still, right? They really do. And it takes time to remove each sword, balm the wound, and turn that into truth of some sort, right? We can't, what has happened to us as people is not our fault, but how we move forward and speak our truth is our responsibility, right? So that's where this Hermit energy can really be useful, to take time with yourself to find the truth, find your truth, to witness other people's truths, and bring a chapter into fruition, which further emboldens the inner fire and lights the way forward in a clearer way, right? So, and then within this energy, Cancer, is this, like, I don't know, opportunity, this opportunity for growth. Like there's an opportunity here for new beginnings, new chapters. So going back to that bookshelf, it's really tight with the two bookends here. So there's like some paint, like, and is there the wiggle room to be made for the new chapters where there's more like love, just like plain and simple love that you receive, love that you give, right? Reciprocity, what does that mean to you? And do you fall within that as a reflection? With the Eight of Wands, like rapidly pushing towards the Knight of Swords and the Fool, that is some quick energy, okay? You are like, these cards are, what I was going to say is like, you are a changeable water energy, right? You're going to wash it clean and you're going to change directions. You're like a river, Cancer. Always flowing, carving out the landscapes, persistent flow, change in directions. Like there's lots of ups and downs and all arounds and winding river bends, right? Deep parts, rapidy parts, smooth parts. These are all parts of you. These are all important parts of you. So, yeah. Remember that even though reflection is uncomfortable and addressing these wounds and going back to these times of pain, especially if it's not allowing space for more, because this doesn't seem like it has room in the bookshelf for some reason. There is a desire, but it's tight. And maybe there's some swords that are, you know, you're addressing, you're pulling out, you're balming, you're reflecting, you're articulating, you're expressing, you're healing, and further bringing in the vision of how you would like to live your life moving forward with the King of Pentacles. This is very solid energy, being a solid figure. This is a, you know, kind of a family person kind of energy, right? They want to provide, they want to be solid, they want to be reliable there. This is, you know, could be how you want to feel with yourself, like deeper relationship with yourself, and how you can trust and navigate the experiences of your life, building what you want to build, and, you know, building on the resources and using the resources that you've worked so hard to achieve in ways of like, yeah, I guess building greater stability for you and yours, because this can be very internal, and this could all, and it can be both. So it could be, you could be really focused on the external, kind of like family, community, relationship, or it could be very internal, or you can find yourself having both, which is probably more likely because it all flows in and out and in and out, right? So really cool reading, Cancer. I can sense that you're really like feeling ready for a fresh start in some way, fresh new beginning, wanting to create some more space on your bookshelf for that which you want to call in. And in order to do so, there has to be some awareness of the wounds and the hurt that are taking up some space that you want to use to bring in other fresh things that are going to refresh you. You know what I mean? That you're really yearning for, that you're calling for. But yeah, keep up the good work. This is really interesting. Remember, like, you know, things are going to shift. You are movable water energy. Remember your element. Remember your movement. You're never stuck. And water is one of the only things that is going to move mountains and move earth over time through persistence, right? So keep bringing your awareness to these places, learning to articulate and express yourself in a way that is like understandable to you and people around you, and to use this as a leverage and like a diving board into greater stability and greater abundance. Okay, so let's edge this out. Let's edge out this Ten of Swords, right? It takes time. The Ten of Swords, there's a lot of swords in the back. It's a lot to go through. We all have our pain that we're working through, right? But we also have, power over how we allow certain things to take up space in our internal being, and therefore how we express and interact with people around us. So as the awareness is being built, the bookshelf, the bookends are being pushed apart, and more love and understanding and for yourself and others, and vice versa. There's this whole vibe that's coming in and or is already there. So you may be feeling really grateful for it, and you may be feeling more expanded, or you may be feeling like you want to expand, wherever you fall into that. But yeah, very cool, Cancer. I hope this was helpful in some way. I am recording this in Gemini season, but you could be finding this in your season. So happy pre-birthday and or happy birthday for those of you who find it in Cancer season. So lots of love, and I will talk to you next month, okay?